Hi, I'm Jared Alba, and this is my life in a nutshell. Looking back on my life to this moment, there have been many influential moments that have aligned me to where I am today. Whether it be being raised in Southern California, choosing a college destination, or the people I surround myself with, these influential moments have had a direct impact on my life in many ways. Born and raised in Menifee, California, I lived my entire life in the same house. I lived with both my parents, my sister, who was one of my best friends. In my childhood, I saw many different friends come and go, but the ones that stuck, I still talk to this day. I grew up with many of the same consistent friends from kindergarten through high school and had the same scenery from the first few days of life. I was very comfortable in where I was and where I was headed from a young age. I had big dreams of one day becoming a professional athlete. I was very into sports from a young age, having a deep connection to Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. Although I favored American football, I ended up playing another kind of football all the way through high school, soccer. I turned out to be decent at soccer and played club soccer all the way through high school and even made the reserve team for a semi-professional team. As I grew older, soccer became more of a chore than a passion. I felt no connection to my teammates. My mom forced me to run cross country my freshman year of high school. This is where I met some of my best friends for life. I ran for the friendships, not because I was good at it. I was towards the back of the varsity team in a small school in Menifee called Heritage High School. After investing myself in the sport of running, I found it to be another one of my passions, and I grew to like it a lot. I ended up performing well enough to receive numerous scholarship offers. This was huge for me because I started at the bottom with running, not much talent, not too fast, but I had the heart. Outworking a lot of people with more talent than me, I was number one in my league in high school before COVID ended my senior season. To put my improvement in perspective, I started freshman year running a 5-minute and 46-second mile and ended my senior season closing in on a sub 4-minute and 30-second mile. Sports was part of my life where I met most of my best friends, and going into college, I definitely was not ready to leave that all behind. After considering what made most sense for my family and my future, I decided to continue to run at Laverne. I would be leading home for the first time. With so much consistency growing up, it's easy to grow attached to your surroundings, including the people. With COVID playing a very important role in our lives throughout 2020 and into 2021, my first year of college was spent at home. I wasn't leaving yet. This time became one of the most influential times of my life, setting up myself to become the best version of myself that I wanted to be. I learned a lot in this time. I got my first job. I experienced real loss of loved ones. I navigated my way through my first year of college. I found comfort in the loved ones and the close friends that stuck around me during this time to keep me mentally sane. I spent a lot of time finding myself and growing my faith. I will spare you all the sad stories because everyone has a sad story. Nothing makes mine more important than anyone else's. Humans have a funny way of managing their emotions and finding ways to overcome their obstacles. This chapter of my life closed around 7 months ago when I moved here to Laverne last summer in an apartment with some of my teammates, where my next chapter began. Leaving home for me was hard. I still remember my first night here in Laverne, staring at the ceiling with watery eyes, just unsure about my future and in shock of how far I've come. Although my hometown Menifee is only an hour away, picking up everything and leaving the place I had spent 19 plus years was not easy by any means. It was a difficult adjustment. I had to learn how to go grocery shopping, cook, and do many things on my own. I moved in with a group of guys I was familiar with, but I will now consider to be some of my best friends for life. We had so many stories to tell, funny moments we've been throughout our time together so far. Trying to comprehend how fast time has passed since I first came here really blows my mind, and this is still only the beginning of my time here. I'm learning my way through life one day at a time. I plan on continuing my education and learning my experiences in and out of the classroom. I understand the places I want to be and the places I want to go, and I am in a steady pursuit of my goals. Thank you.